Hi, it's Lori, and I'm here with you today in Graphic 45 to show you how to do a quick tutorial on covering model planes, trains, and automobiles. So let's get going. I picked up these little wooden model kits at the local scrapbook store for just $1. First thing I do is kind of put it together to see how it works, and then I get all my wooden pieces together. I've used Beacon liquid glue to adhere all the wooden pieces onto my paper. I really like the Beacon glue because it dries so fast and it makes it that I can cut my pieces out. I use an X-Acto tool to cut around the pieces and I can get it pretty close, but the final crisp edge I do with sanding block. I'm using the Good Old Sport collection from Graphic 45. I love the masculine vintage feel of this paper collection, and I think it really lended itself well to doing the trains, planes, and automobile models. You might notice the gray tool in the right-hand corner. That's my rubber wedge, and I love to use that sometimes when I'm applying paper to a larger solid surface. I can run it over the top, make sure there's no glue bubbles or air pockets, and it just leaves a really nice smooth surface, and the rubber kind of adheres and molds to my base that I'm working on. One little tip I want to share with you is I love to use my fine tip tweezers. If I do have glue that seeps out on the ends of my paper, then you can just take the tweezers and clean it off while it's still wet, and you'll never even know it's there. Now sit back, relax, and watch as I cover the remaining pieces of my model with the paper. Here I'm starting to make the hole for the little window on the train. Remember to grab all those tools. I'm using my files, and I love to use files when I work on things. Again, it's a lot like the sandpaper. It just lets me get in smaller areas. Now the fun part, it's time to assemble our train. For this part of the process, I am using Dry's Clear Glue. It just seems to dry just a little bit quicker than some of the cement glues and the beacon glue, so I have switched over for this part of the process. If you have round pieces or pieces that can't be covered by paper, feel free just to ink those up and distress them, and they'll blend in perfectly with your project. I wanted to graphic 45 my wheels, so what I did on those was I punched out some small circles and then used my flower tools that will cup the little circles, and then adhered them. See, I'm cupping them, and then adhered them onto the wheels, and that way it added a little graphic 45. And you can see here I finished them off with some studs on the wheels. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please see the train that we just finished, the automobile, and the plane. Have a great day, and be sure to stop by my blog, www.pinkcloudscrappers.com, and also Graphic 45s.